Okay, welcome back, gentlemen. It is turn 3 for UK. The code from Rob is Irish Stew, and it's 5:40 p.m. 5:41 p.m. I had a minute delay. The lovely Miss Beth just contacted me and told me that 80-year-olds are hitting on her. They love her. We all do. She's lovely. Anyway, we're gonna get started. Let's see if we can't mount this and capture everything we need to capture. A little crooked, maybe. Yeah, that shouldn't be so bad. Alright, and we can slide everything over a little bit. Well, we don't have to because we're probably going to start here in Burma. Anyway, you can see the zoomed in frame of the magnetic mesh that I always assemble and disassemble on film, just so that we all know everything's on the up and up. We're buying two minor factories, saving $4 for UK, Europe. I'm going to put them down to 4 right now. And we're buying 5 tanks for UKP. So we're going into Burma with a little gamble here. 1 infantry and 1 artillery against 1 infantry. So a 5 and a 6, great way to start, Noonan. And another 6, yikes. 2 at 2s, 1 hit, gotcha. And you failed to defend, and that doesn't hurt my feelings. So your man is gone, and we're in Burma with 1 infantry and 1 artillery. We have a mechanized in non-combat that's going from India to Eastern Persia. Next thing we're doing is going 1, 2, 3, 4 to Iraq with 1 tank, 2 fighters, 3 mechanized from Eastern Persia, and 3 infantry from Persia proper into Iraq. So we have 6 at 1, 2 at 3, and 1 at 4. Yeah, that'll do it. So 6 at 1 is 1 hit. Not bad. Anyway, 1 hit. 2 at 3, 2 hits, and then 1 at 4. Alright, so you still have 1 infantry left for the Iraqis. So 3 at 2, there's 1 hit. So I lose an infantry, and I still have 2. And 2 men. 1 hit, gotcha, that's it. And then you defend and fail to. So we are now in Iraq with 2 infantry and 3 mechanized units. That should be a significant buffer for any aspirations towards Persia. And that's the intention. We're going to go ahead and land in Persia, although I contemplated putting them in Caucasus. 1, 2, yeah, we're going to leave them in Persia. That's the way to do it. So that job is done. Let's just make sure we're filming. Yeah, 304. Let's move it along. We're going to go, the next attack is in Algeria. We have 2 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 tank against an infantry, a mechanized, an artillery, and a tank, and a German fighter. I'll lose this battle, but I'm looking to thin your numbers. By the way, we're coming down here from 109 with a destroyer and taking away that Italian transport in 92. So we have 1 infantry at 1. Hey, that hit. That's good. 2 at 2s. There's 2 hits and a tank. A 3. Let's make sure it's showing up. Yeah. So 3 hits. We'll leave that there. You're probably going to kill a mechanized, a infantry, and an artillery. So you'll have 3 at 3s. I'm sorry, 3 at 2 or less. So you got 1 hit so far. You have a tank. There's 2 hits, and you got a fighter for Germany. So just 2 hits. That's great news. All right, so 2 infantry are dead. We're staying in with an artillery and a tank. So an artillery at 2 or less missed, and a tank hit. You have a tank at 3 or less, that hit, and a fighter hit. Alright, so you lost your tank, you still have a German fighter, and I lost my ground units. We achieved our objectives there. We're leaving the other destroyer there. We're flying a plane from Finland, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to London. Okay, now let's move this camera and do some non-combat. Like I say, I moved a mechanized 1, 2 to here. And we're dropping off. There was a transport down here. It went 1, 2, 3 to 81. Everything is in 81. It dropped off a tank and an infantry. We're bringing in 2 infantry, 1 mechanized, and 1 artillery into Jordan as well. So all of this is actually in 81. No confusion. We have a tank in Kenya that's moving up to Egypt. We have an infantry and an artillery going from Alexandria to Egypt. We have 2 men from Belgian Congo moving to Anglo Egypt, Sudan, as well as 1 infantry from Kenya. There is a armor unit going 1-2 to Belgian Congo from South Africa. I believe that's it. Yeah, sadly, that's all the business we got here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and place a factory in Egypt. So the grand total in Egypt is 1 French infantry, 2 Anzac infantry, 1 British infantry, 1 British artillery, 1 British tank, and you know what? I'm going to leave 1 mechanized unit that was going to go to Transjordan. I'll leave that there. That'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at 2s and 1 at 3 to defend. And yeah, I think I'm pretty comfy with that. I'll let you hit Transjordan. I'm going to take 1 less man from Egypt into Transjordan. So there's 1, 2 infantry for the British, 1 artillery, 1 mech, 1 tank. Anzac has 2 infantry and the French have 1 infantry. There are 3 aircraft in Persia. In Transjordan we have 3 mechanized and 2 infantry. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and place a factory in Persia. We're saving $4 and we're placing 5 tanks in India. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, that's it for me. I don't have any... Oh yeah, is this a convoy area? No, yes it is. So I have to roll convoy for a cruiser and 2 destroyers. Right? Yeah, that's the only convoy I have. So that's 3 rolls. I believe I'm doing this correctly. So 3 rolls. If I got this right, you got 2 hits. So 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 5 off of me for... But there can only be 1 because all I own is Syria in that C zone. So $1 off of me for UK. So instead of having me at 4, I'm going to move me at 3. And then I'll add up the numbers later. The film is 7:55 long. Hope you're having a good night, gentlemen.